Hello, welcome to my garage. We're gonna look at this Keuffel and Esser drafting set today. I picked this up on eBay, of course, and it's got this nice dark green case. Just it's Germany there. Doesn't say West Germany or U.S. zone or anything like that. Get the logo there. Look at that. So I like this kind of dark emerald green velvet. It's really nice. This is I guess it's the second set that I own that has this style of case. So like I said, I picked this up on eBay. When I was looking at the pictures, this actually had a lot of tarnish on it, a lot of kind of like just like nasty film and residue. I literally thought this set was silver steel because of that. It did not look chrome at all. It just looked like an old kind of tarnished silver steel set. However, I really like the set, and it's complete, and thought it looked really cool, and etc. And I got it for a really good price, so that's why I purchased it. And I was pleasantly surprised to find out when I opened it up that, oh no, it's actually chrome. And so I actually polished the divider, and of course I did a video on that. But these other compasses, I haven't really polished them. I just took a dry cloth and just kind of rubbed, and some of the kind of residue came off. At some point I may actually polish these, maybe not, we'll see. They're not looking too bad. Either case, this is a really nice set. I believe this, there's no marking on here. Some of the older sets that I've seen will say, Anvil or Doric Jupiter, Neptune, freaking Mars. I made that one up. And of course you have Keuffel and Esser, Mark 1 series, you have Paragon. This has no marking on it, although based on a few other sets I have, I do believe this is basically a Mark 1 set or an equivalent quality to Mark 1, whatever this is, whatever this would have been called at the time. I'm assuming this is, old, fairly old, meaning like 50s or something. So, pardon me. One of the things I really like about this set, and one of the things that made me get it, is I really like this, how it has the K&E logo on that little hinge pin there. I haven't seen that too often. To me, it seems pretty rare. And in fact, I have one other set that's similar to this, that's smaller, that has that same engraving there on the head. I just think that's super sick. In addition, it's just a great set because you've got the large compass, the small compass, divider, this nice extension with a 90 degrees there. Pardon me. And of course, rolling pin attachments and etc. So it's a nice, thorough, complete set. I just like, what do I like about this set? I like all the little details about this specific kind of style of Keuffel and Esser, which again, I have a newer one that's like 70s that has a lot of the same elements, and I have another one that's probably from the same era that has the similar elements. I like this little, how the back side of the screw has this little tapered post. That's kind of cool. Now this has a joint, nice and smooth. And of course I like the detail of the little arrow pattern on the thumb wheel. Of course, it's just high quality, very well made, very smooth, everything. Of course, the fits, everything's just awesome. This set too has some really cool details, like I believe under this, no, not this one, I can't tell. Under many of the, this one has it. I also like this little thumb screw here, or thumb nut. how it has that little standoff. It kind of gives you, you know, it's easier to get to it versus it being like flat like this one. I guess they're assuming you change the lead more than you change the needle there, or adjust the needle. I just like that feature, and I like how it has a little taper. And what I was going to say in the first place is, I'll hold it up so you can maybe see it. Underneath that, where it meets the metal on metal, there's a nice little like paper or plastic washer underneath there. That's a nice little touch. Actually, it's like a clear plastic. So when you cinch that down, it's not metal on metal. It gives it a nice feel, and it's obviously protects the metal from kind of like grinding on itself. So that has it there. I've noticed also, of course, the small compass has that element as well, or that washer. And then also on the ruling pin, underneath this nut has that nice washer underneath there. And then even in between where this is cross hinged, even in between this blade and this main metal piece here, there's like a little washer in there as well. So some of the cool little features that I like on some of the older sets, like the older rifler sets, have that. I don't know if my newer Mark 1 series has that washer in there, but I really like that detail. Again, this is just a classic, well-designed, well-made compass. One cool feature about these sets is that on some of the other sets or other brands, this removable lead holder here will be like a lot bigger, and the stud on it is not interchangeable with the smaller one, which has its pros and cons. But on these sets, if this has a removable piece, it's actually the stud on here is the same size as the larger set, and of course the distance is the same as well. The actual size of the metal is the same, so those are interchangeable, which means this piece here, which is the needle holder, which you can turn this larger compass or the smaller one into a divider, that's interchangeable on both sets. The ruling pin attachments, they give you two. Those are interchangeable on both sets, which is kind of cool because you could actually, since they give you two, you could use both at the same time if you wanted to. So that's kind of a cool feature. Now I just got to remember to put this back where it belongs. What else can I say? Of course, these came with a nice, shoulder needles. This set is a great find just because, besides the little bit of tarnish that was there, it's really in excellent shape mechanically. When I say that, what I mean is that none of the screws are stripped or bent. This main screw here, everything's tight. There's no wiggle. This feels nice and smooth. So just mechanically, all the threads and screws and nuts are all in really good working shape. And these have a nice feel and weight to them. I like how it kind of starts off fatter, has a little bend right here, then tapers down. I don't have much space here to use this, but these just have such a nice feel to them. Such a classic look too. Oh, and then let's look at the extension piece here. So I've seen these before. I've never owned one of this exact same style. So of course you have the bar and this piece that holds the lead holder, and this has this little bracket here that will actually slide underneath the nut on the leg of the compass to kind of secure it further than simply being in here. Let's see those little screws there. So with this style, again, you have to loosen this a little bit because that bracket is going to want to slide underneath there, like so. And that cinches down. So simultaneously it's cinching on this post and kind of grabbing that little piece there. Did I get that all the way up in there? Let's double check. Yeah, I think I did. So with this style, with this 90 degrees, you're pretty much going to want to take this compass down, get the legs really close together. At least that seems the best way to me. This just feels really nice and smooth. It's like snug. Not a lot of wiggle on there even when it's loose. And then of course the lead holder's going to go in here. Let's take this out to its kind of max range. Again, everything's nice and snug and tight. There's no wiggle, there's no play. Let me move this out of the way for a second. So there you have the extension bar on there. Again, with this 90 degrees here, it seems to be more work better to have the leg in versus out, because then that angle gets kind of crazy out there. And if you wanted to use this, there's your setup right there. You can see, you know, your needle's pretty close to perpendicular, your lead's looking good. And then you just have a nice, again, everything's like, you can just, I'm just barely touching this. It's nice and balanced. And that gives you a pretty large radius. And again, everything's cinched up, everything's snug and secure, and it's going to give you an accurate large circle. When you come back around to the beginning point, it's not going to be off. So I really like that style. And again, everything's just, the fitment, everything's so well made. Set that aside for a second. So then what do we have in addition to that? We have the divider, which is your classic divider. You know how that works. This one feels a little, maybe a little too loose. I've already tightened up that screw, but I might tighten it some more. It's got that post, so when you close it, it kind of goes into there, like so. Again, I really like that it has that nice K&E logo engraved on that little jacket there. It's just so cute. What can I say? We've already looked at the rolling pin. It's nice. It looks to be stainless steel out here. I guess that's another feature of the Mark I series, and that the parts, all the parts are stainless steel, meaning when they say parts, they mean like, you know, this thread here, this screw, this, the little screws and nuts and bolts and whatnot. These seem nice. Let's look at the spares here. So you've got this nice pill case here, and this one. Another thing I really like about these older sets, and I have two, well, another one that's similar to this, is man, they give you a lot of shit. So we've got an extra needle here, which is just oh, this is the one I took out. This is plain, and then this would have been a shouldered needle, but the little tiny needle's actually missing. So I took that out of service, and that's for the divider. It's just a double-sided plain. And then you've got the little post that would replace that one. You got a larger one that could replace that one right there, and this small one which could replace that one. And then you got a couple screws here, so they give you a decent amount of parts and pieces. And then this is going to be the lead holder, which no lead, who cares? Nice tight fit. So there you have it. That's my review of the set. I consider it a good find. I got it for 20 bucks on eBay plus shipping, and I believe it's an old Mark 1 or Mark 1 equivalent quality set. Um, really well made, functional, practical. It's got cool style, very sexy, and mechanically it's in excellent shape. I actually like that it's older and kind of has some tarnish and is, some scratches, and it's not just pristine, because I don't know, I feel like it's a little more comfortable just putting it into weekly use or whatever. And some of the sets that I have that are like, mint condition, I almost don't want to use them, which is kind of weird. But so yeah, cool set, good find. um, Again, kind of the second one I've got it that's this style, and pleasantly surprised at how nice this set is. Thanks for watching.